This is going to be the Violet Hold. It's a protection warrior. Always one of the least interesting dungeons. I actually had most of my characters skip this during their leveling process. I already had a Death Knight run on this. It was sort of like half accidental that I brought this warrior here. He's wearing some kind of weird kilt-looking thing. It is plate armor. It doesn't look like it. I shared that quest just in case anybody hadn't managed to pick it up before the quest giver went away. So yeah, I didn't really want to be here. I figured, okay, well, I'm just going to snooze my way through 15 minutes of this. It's Violet Hold, you know. Surprisingly, though, I got some slightly interesting things happened here. It was more fun than I expected. So yeah, you know, the format of this, 3 waves of 5 portals capped off by a 6th boss encounter, then once you get through 3 of those, dungeon's done. Portals spawn at a fixed rate, more or less, though the next one will spawn when the first one is, when the current one is down, basically. But the time is so long that the current one always goes down before the next one spawns. So I got a Mistweaver healer. I see a hunter, there's a rogue, and there's a Retribution paladin. Casting Hand of Freedom on himself for some reason, and I don't know why. He does this a couple of times over the course of this dungeon. This paladin does some strange things. So anyway, portal locations are random. I ideally want to be the first one there, but everybody wants to be there at the same time. So I'm not always. I have Heroic Leap, I have Intercept, plenty of ways to move faster. So Warrior doesn't really have a problem getting to where they need to be. Alright, portal's open 2, waits a moment. Portal's open 3, just angle the camera so I can see it wherever it comes. Somebody's skinning. That's a good downtime activity to have here. Nice to have at least one of those so those dragon skins don't go to waste. So how is it? You can get a Portal Guardian, a Portal Keeper, or an Elite Blue Dragonflight squad. Portal Guardian and Portal Keeper sit there while their friends slowly come in one by one for the portal. Elite Blue Dragonflight squad is just like 3 dudes all at once. Yeah, there's Hand of Freedom again. What is this Tauren doing? I don't understand. All Hand of Freedom does is remove snares and slows and stuff. Those are the same thing. Maybe stuns and grant immunity to them. But there aren't any of those going on here, and even if there were, he's already in the right place. It's like, what does Hand of Freedom do for you there? I don't get it. It's just like pressing all his buttons. This must be a marksmanship hunter because he's staying back, but I'm seeing arrows fall out of the sky. That volley ability is not something Beastmasters get, I'm pretty sure. I have one of those and he doesn't have it. Does he have a pet? I don't think he does. Yeah, so no pet. Volley, definitely marksmanship. Now for a real puzzle, figure out what kind of rogue this is, because they all look almost the same. Outlaw has some obvious enough stuff. I don't know how I'd tell the difference between assassination and subtlety, though. So for Outlaw, watch for... Yeah, okay, there it is. That's Outlaw. Okay. Those little stone cubes that scatter themselves around the rogue. That's a sign of an Outlaw. And the warrior... No, wait, there's no warrior. Yes, there is. It's me. Alright, anyway, I know what everybody is. Okay, so boss portal spawns immediately, but it takes a moment for the boss to actually come in. So anyway, I just been kind of like sleeping on this dungeon the whole time. This is just totally rote. But the bosses you get in here are random. Zevaz. So we got him. As it turns out, Zevaz is kind of interesting. He's gonna do stuff. Summon Ethereal Sphere. So I saw, alright, extra dudes are coming in. There's an Ethereal Sphere way over there. I'm trying to click it to target it in case it's something I need threat on. Someone has managed to target it. There we go. Attacking it. I'm seeing that it's taking like no damage, and I'm seeing that I'm taking a lot by being close to it. So I figure, alright, this is not something we can kill. Press a bunch of defensive buttons, get some health back. Everybody figures out at the same time, whoa, we need to not stand in that. Someone marks it with a skull. There's no way you're going to kill that thing. It takes like no damage, it seems. So I'll just keep him away from it. So that woke me up. Made me realize, oh, there are actual threats in here, as it turns out. Alright, everybody survived. Mistweaver's safe in his life cocoon. I got a new shield, that's nice. I want some new pants because I think I look silly. I have some by now, so I know and I just did this recently, so I don't know if I got some in here or... No, this was the last dungeon this character did, I think, so I must get some in here. Anyway, I don't usually like to look at upgrades during the dungeon, but every once in a while I do. Do I have any new abilities since last time I showed this? Maybe Shield Wall is new. My Shift 5 reduces all damage by 40% for 8 seconds? Some number of seconds. It's pretty good. So my super defensive, if I need it. My lesser defensives are, you know, Shield Block. I want that up most of the time. Ignore Pain is like a half shield thing. Shift 2 is, what's it called? Last Stand. Increases my health and heals me instantly for that amount. It's like 30%, 20% more max health, something, for a little while. And Avatar, I had the wrong talent selected for that, and I fixed it. So now Avatar halves the cooldown of Thunderclap. So when I have Avatar up, my Shift 3, that's my do more damage button. There's that Hand of Freedom again! I mean, I guess there are frost bolts going out, but like, who cares? I don't know if you're even hit by one, and it wouldn't matter if you're slightly slowed down. I just don't get it. This Paladin's playing weird. Right, yeah, so Thunderclap cooldown is reduced by half while Avatar is up. So when I'm using that ability, I'm going to be Thunderclapping in between every other ability. I will use it at least once during this fight, probably for upcoming boss. Yeah, now that I woke up from Zevaz, I'll be actually pressing my buttons now. Instead of just going barely through the motions. There's a portal somewhere. There it is, up there. No huge urgency to get to it. Those glowy crystal things, I never really learned what they do. Activate the crystals when we get in trouble, something something. I think there might be like a limited number of charges of like zap the whole room button. So like if you get overwhelmed somehow, you can use the crystals. I've never seen a situation that could possibly be like getting overwhelmed in here. I have also heard vague hints that this may have been tuned much harder once. Long ago. So it might not have always been such a snooze fest as it is now. So maybe those had a real use. Way back in the day when Wrath of the Lich King was freshly out, maybe. I think I would have preferred that. That portal spawned in the same place twice. I don't see that happen very often. But it looks like it can. Yeah, okay, so I see on the right. First escaped prisoner defeated, second escaped prisoner defeated. So yeah. Random stuff. Hunter used flare there. There isn't any stealth going on. Maybe he's just doing it to play around because there's like nothing going on. Oh man. Alright, boss after this. We get the big Corehound, Laventhor. Oh yeah, I remember a thing that happens during this fight. I'm trying to position myself so I'll be closest when it stops walking, but to face it away from the rest of the party, just in case it does frontal attacks. I think it does. It has like lava drool or something on the ground. Lava burn, that's it. Okay, so I get lava burned. That goes on the ground. Yeah, so this paladin, who is so enamored with his Hand of Freedom button, found his Blessing of Protection button and used it on me, perhaps not knowing that if that's on your tank, they become untargetable for the duration. So I had to go click that off super quick. This has been done to me before, so I know what to do. I'm ready for it, just like it's an extra thing I have to do. Don't do that to me, unless you're in a very specific situation where it makes sense, which is extremely rare. Anyway, it's fine. Just other party members took a few chomps during that. Somebody skinned that big dog. That's good. Doesn't go to waste. You don't really get more leather from a creature that size than you get from smaller ones. It's about the same amount for any. Ready to heroic leap if I need to, but I don't need to, I can just walk. Okay, I see my avatar on cooldown. I must have used it. Maybe I was too distracted by the Blessing of Protection being on me to use Thunderclap. Or maybe I was using it and I wasn't paying attention. No, that's possible. You can't stun the Portal Guardian, so Shockwave is just for the benefit of the other dudes who come through. It's not a very good attack. The point of Shockwave is just to stun, pretty much. I have Tricks of the Trade on me, so any damage done by the rogue will redirect its threat to me. So that's nice. I should check if Shockwave is more damage than Devastate. Well, it can hit multiple targets, so potentially, even if single target it's not. But I know it's not much of a damage dealer, just wondering if it's ever worth pressing that button when you're fighting an unstunnable target. Might be. Might not be. Hard to say. No, it's not. I just have to read the numbers, but I can't roll over the tooltips now to check. And I don't know off the top of my head. Since there's also a hunter in the party, I could be double misdirected. He could give me misdirection, and his threat would go to me too. No particular reason to do that, though. In this situation, since everybody's standing on top of the portal, you know, that helps me not... You know, helps me get the initial threat during the first, like, second that everything's out here. It doesn't really matter, though. Anyway, yeah, so this place doesn't take that long. It just feels like it takes longer than it actually takes. Let's watch the portal here. Elite Blue Dragonflight Squad. Oh, it's 4 of them. Okay. I guess the portal stays up while the squad is... No, it doesn't. It does go away after a moment. Magic Reflection. Okay, so they do that. They also knock me back. Some of those might polymorph. Probably the Sorcerer. I'm ready with the Intercept at that time. Playing a warrior is nice because knockback effects basically do nothing to me. I can just press my charge or intercept button and be right back on the ground instantly. Heroic Leap does a little bit of damage where I land. It's like a mini thunderclap. And then I can thunderclap right afterwards. Stuns are always annoying no matter who you are or what you're playing. Don't like them. Can be especially bad as tank because it disables blocking and parrying and dodging.
But this city must be raised. I will fulfill Malagos's wishes myself.
Alright, Cyanagosa. Last boss. She's always the same. Hand of Freedom, oh boy, how exciting. He really wants to make sure he can move when he's not even trying to. He makes sure of that, but stands right in the blizzard that's happening. I moved out of it. He took it for the full duration. He's in it again. This is just funny. So she casts Blizzard. She teleports people to her location. Does she do anything else? Uncontrollable energy. What's that? It's on me, whatever it is. Doesn't look like anything to worry about. Okay. There we go. Fills the screen with her wings. Somebody's gonna skin her.
Greetings.
There we go. Alright, so hopefully that's the last time I have to see this dungeon. It's not so bad, really. I'll see you next time.